Hello and welcome everyone to another interesting episode of the Reflection series where we share stories that recharge and rejuvenate us. And today we have with us Rabia, who was actually born and raised in Syria. He completed his degree in civil engineering in 2014, and after joining the Brahma Kumaris in 2011, he felt a great positive transformation in his life. And after 14 years of practicing Raj Yoga meditation so far, he really feels that it has inspired him, and so he continues to share how to implement these vows and virtues in our practical life. And the title of the story that he would be sharing with us today is Power of Experience. Rabia will be sharing his experience of the spiritual path and how he has continued on this journey for such a long time. So, a very hearty welcome to the program, Rabia, and we would love to hear your story. So, over to you and a welcome once again.
Thank you, Lata. Thank you so much for having me in this program, and greetings of peace to you and everyone. Um, so, uh, so many stories, which they are really inspiring and interesting. Mine started 14 years back, and when I was in Syria, and before coming to the Brahma Kumaris and taking this knowledge, I used to when I was a bit younger, I used to ask my parents questions. It's a bit interesting, and maybe they didn't know how to answer them or how to articulate them for me to understand those questions. So what they used to do, they used to tell me, "Why don't you go to your auntie's home? They read much more than us. Maybe they can answer some of those questions, and they can quench your thirst." So I used to go there, and the questions that I used to ask, like, what is up there, in the sky, speaking about stars and the universe. And then slowly, when the understanding started to becoming more refined, because I used to visit them and having these conversation over years, I started to speak about the inner powers and chakras, and something related to physical yoga and meditation. And then at one day, my father he told me, if you are interested to do meditation, why don't we go together and do some kind of meditation? So I was like happy, delighted, that he told me we can do that. So I went with him, and of course, because he was my role model. So I said, that's fantastic. Uh, Being in that culture, and to be introduced to such a new thing in my life, and even my dad, it was such a interesting thing. Anyway, so we did went and did some practices of physical meditation, which was good at that time, in that period of my life. And coming closer to finish my secondary school, there was a lot of pressure of studying, and lots of information that needs to be reserved in the mind. So I used to feel a little bit stressed, and so that's how he suggested, why don't we do this meditation? So we did, and it was good at that time for maybe a year or so. After that, getting into the university and studying civil engineering, having that feeling of enthusiasm that, yes, I'm going to achieve something big in my life. And of course, my parents were so proud and happy that I'm getting such a degree in a few years. So again, of course, at that time, I was already left the physical meditation and get engrossed in the study, because it takes a lot of effort, time, and attention. And in my early 20s, again, I started to feel these kind of, stressful moments, and the studies becomes more intense. Um, so I had been, one of my friends told me that, there is a new course coming to the city. Would you like to attend? And that course, of course, that was the Raja Yoga meditation. So I said, straight away, yes, it would be really good, because all those memories from the previous meditation I used to practice, it was there. So I said, yes, that would be definitely helpful for me, to overcome all that stress and intensity of studying civil engineering. So we went to the center there in Syria in 2011, and when we sat there, and the instructor told us, let's do meditation. So the minute he said meditation, immediately all these memories started to pop up in my mind. So I said, okay, good. I'm good in meditation. This is nothing new for me. So I closed my eyes and I started to visualize going into the beach, sometimes sitting on the mountain, just relaxing my mind, thinking about those, nature scenes. And then suddenly, I had this experience. I started to feel myself light, and my forehead started to feel a little bit, different, and I haven't experienced that before. So those, the meditation was cut off and started to ask questions. So, what was this? I never experienced that, and I know how to do meditation. So why this is happening to me? And so since that time, I was exploring more and more um, about how the real experience the self about self transformation, how to awaken all these um, deep innate powers and virtues in the self, and of course that that will support the journey, uh, along the journey, that how we can keep it up, and recharge and make ourselves continue this journey, spiritual journey. So this is one part of the story. The other part, that was the positive one. So what I'm going to share now is a bit similar thing, but in a, like you could say, the other part of the coin, but still beneficial. So when I was in Syria, of course, the instructor used to tell us, okay, when you are ready, you can go and visit India, the headquarter, and then there you will meet a lot of people who practice meditation, and you hear their experiences. So that enthusiasm, started to build up slowly, slowly after we got introduced to going to India. Of course, at that time, I was not able to do so because financially I was not capable, since I was a student, and all my time was just contributed to study. So there was not really work, or if there was work, there was no enough money to to get a ticket. So what happens is, when we used to be in the center, and having a chit chat, and discussing about different aspects of knowledge, um, and those who are the other students used to go to India, visit and come back. So they used to sit and they used to share with us, this, we saw this, we experienced that, and this place was so nice. We went to this meditation room. And then, at that time, every time they used to go and come back, and listening to them, the experience that I used to have is, I started to ask this question, why I'm not able to go? Why I don't have enough sufficient money to go to, to visit that place? So, the speaking about the power of experience, but in a different way. So in both sides, when we have the positive thoughts in our mind, that will create positive experience. But when we have the other side of the thoughts, which is negative thoughts, it will create really a deep impact and imprint in ourselves. So these feelings used to really trouble me, and stayed for some time in my mind. But of course, along the journey, when I become more mature and understand that everything is accurate and it has to happen at the right time. So that maturity helped me to overcome this. Of course, after some time, developing that faith, which was not actually, an easy process because, when we think about these negative thoughts, it stays in until we clear them up. So after having the chance to move from Syria to be in Abu Dhabi for my profession, I was able, like just in a year or less, I was able to go to India, to the headquarters. And they when they used to speak to me, they used to tell, we had these experiences when we were sitting in meditation, and we met this person, and we felt so much, peaceful. So when I went there, I didn't have these experiences. So I was feeling even more sometimes, disheartened. But of course, the maturity was there. So, just trying to overcome these negative thoughts and feelings. But one thing I should say, one of the uh, most beautiful things that I have experienced, you might be surprised, is having halwa. So when one of the days it was Thursday, and usually they offer us a special kind of sweet. So my guide, he was telling me we have to go to the hospital because we need to do blood tests. So you should not eat anything. So I was telling like, why? Today is Thursday. I have to have that food, no? He said, no, 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 we can't because we will miss the hospital. So I was feeling so bad inside, no? Um, Anyway, we took the bus and we went to the hospital, which is nearby the campus. And then after we finished the blood test, so the doctor told us, okay, you can go and have your meal. So usually in the hospital there will be a kitchen, so you can have like tea, coffee, or if you want to have anything to eat. But because I was feeling bad, I never thought about it. So I was telling my guide, is there really something to eat here? He said, yeah, yeah, we will have the same food that it was there in the that we left behind. So I was like feeling so delighted. We went to the kitchen and we got that sweet halwa, which is normal, right? But in my eyes, the experience, like I was feeling sparkling like gold. I just wanted to, I just wanted to eat it. So it was a really nice experience, nice, so deep. That you will never miss anything in this journey. The key is just to keep the positive thoughts in your mind and just really eliminate the negative ones, where you can most of the time, if not all, to create always the power of experience that will take you higher and higher. So is that okay,
Yeah.
Latafen?
Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful. And really interesting to hear the story of the halwa, the sweet, but even more interesting to, see
Mm,
how uh, keeping positive thoughts can give us such a beautiful experience. And
mm,
even though the situation at that time may not be the one you would have thought for yourself, it's
mm.
not something you would have imagined. But then, because of your positive intention and a pure attitude, the situations gradually change. And then, of
Mm.
course, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, as they say.
Yeah, right, right,
That's very
exactly.
beautiful. Yes, yes. Did you ever feel that it took a long time for the light to shine? Any situation or any moment where you felt, oh, the wait is getting long? Sometimes it
Mm,
sometimes it may feel a bit heavier. It's okay. I am practicing. I have the
mm.
hope. I do have
Yeah,
faith. But if it
yeah.
gets too long, then
Mm.
sometimes we tend to go back to a little bit of doubt or
Yes, yes,
unsurety. So
yes.
anything around that you
Yeah.
would? want to share?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think one of the things, if I may share, after coming to Abu Dhabi and working in this field of engineering, it's a really tough environment to work with, especially the people that I am dealing with. And one of the things that, we know that it consume our energy and, take a lot of space from our mind is anger. And then you know being in that environment and seeing all these people around, it's quite challenging actually. And then I used to tell myself, it's really taking time. Why those people coming all the time in my life? Because that will create an impact. Even what I used to go back home and sitting to do meditation in the evening or in the morning, those images and people used to come and they will be shouting, and they are so angry. So one of the things that in this knowledge, they explain to us that if you keep seeing those in front of you, or you feel that those feelings um, coming from inside, it means that the feeling of anger is still there. You have to deal with it. You have to sit with it. You have to accept it. You have to change it, transform it. So what happens is, yes, it took some time, but having I could say, having finished most of that account, I have moved from Abu Dhabi with such a tense environment, especially with that work, to be here in Australia in the retreat center where all the people are peaceful and smiling all the time. So that tells a lot, right? So, the practice was really, continuous and with determination that, things started to change over time.
That's beautiful. Uh, uh, it's like victory after after a long battle.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you have dealt with
Yes.
all the anger within ourselves, and
Which
once
was
you have,
inside. Yeah. Eventually.
conquered it, it's like a reward that you get of being with peaceful people, because you
100%. That was the
inside
feeling.
you have conquered
Yeah.
anger, and there's peace inside too. That's beautiful. And how do you think your attitude of always having positivity
Mm,
for your own self and situations has
mm,
impacted others around you? Because people who are around us always observe us.
mm.
Uh, Previously, we may be a different person, but when we are practicing these values inside, there's a change that others observe on a daily basis, and
Mm,
sometimes they may talk about it, sometimes they may not,
mm.
but they
Yeah.
definitely do observe.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
that you have heard or seen or people have said that you would like to share?
Yeah. I think most of the time, those challenges may come from the closest people around us, especially the family, direct family. So, I mean, let alone the environment where I used to be in the workplace. And of course, they notice, when we used to have this conversation. I will come to my parents in a minute. But when they used to, deal with people, they used to be really angry and just fire inside. And when they come and interact with me, they used to wonder, like, how come you are in this environment and you are a civil engineer and you are not angry? And you don't talk to us like in an arrogant way or like in a superior way because you have the position. So in a sense, I used to tell them I do something different, which is meditation. And they used to wonder, like, what is this meditation we haven't heard about? Because all their time is just work, work, work. Coming back to my family, because I was living with them most of my time, so they used to challenge me. No, 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 you haven't changed. We know that that's not you. It's just temporary. It's just you are having good time now with meditation, but after some time it will go. And surprisingly, a year back, my parents did the Raja Yoga meditation course, and now when they interact with me, they are more peaceful. So I don't say anything to them, but they could notice that even there. their character has started to change, and they adapt a peaceful attitude in interacting with me, and of course eventually with others.
That's beautiful, isn't it? Uh, like there have been so many stories of, someone coming to um, see or check where this person's going, and then ended up doing the
They ended
course
up
and
exactly.
yeah, transforming their lives
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
So yeah,
Such
that's
an amazing thing to witness. Yes.
yes,
Mm,
yes. And as you said, the change that comes because of meditation is not temporary, it has to be permanent
yeah.
because it's like the internal change, it's the
Mm,
internal shift. So,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's so wonderful to listen to your stories. We can go on and on, but I think time is calling,
Thanks,
and I think
Adabel.
the viewers may like to get an experience of
Mm.
this beautiful meditation that we practice. So, if you would be happy to, speak a commentary for a few minutes, so our viewers can get a experience as well.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I sit comfortably wherever I am, and I know I am aware I am sitting in this place on the chair, and I can feel the weight of my body. I withdraw my attention from the surrounding. I know I can see with my eyes, I can hear with my ears, I can feel the temperature of the room, but I choose to bring my attention inward, not thinking too much about the surroundings. I have the intention to be inside and to experience myself as a spiritual being. I visualize myself like a light, quiet, peaceful, and with no time, I could feel I am just centered inside. Very easily, I can forget what is around me, even my body. I focus there on myself, and I create thoughts of peace, of love, and of happiness towards myself. Thoughts may come which tells me that your past was different, or your past is the real one. But I know deeply that I am not like that. I trust that my virtues of peace, love, and happiness are original in me, and whatever is negative is not mine. I stay there for a few moments with these simple thoughts and feel the lightness inside. Then slowly, slowly, I bring my attention to where I am sitting in my room and feeling the weight of my body on the chair and get myself into my daily activity again. Om Shanti.
Thank you so very much, Rabia, for not only sharing your stories and experiences, but also taking our viewers to get an experience themselves. So it has been wonderful having you on this program and
Thank you,
meeting you.
Lata.
And for our viewers, if you would like to know more, please do visit our website www.brahmakumaris.org.au. All the information about our centers, retreat centers, and the courses, programs that are offered in each of the locations is available there, and you're welcome to visit any of these places. So keep practicing meditation, keep enjoying the experiences you receive, and keep transforming your life. We will see you again in another wonderful episode. So, till then, take care. Om Shanti.